Without further ado, I would like to call Senator Metz, who's one of our candidates on this session.
Good afternoon and welcome to the State House for this Fair Chance Licensing Bill. It's H5863 and S610, and I do want to recognize Representative Slater, the House sponsor, because he's following in the footsteps of his father, who did a lot for working people, poor people, the least in society. So he's doing a great job following his father's footsteps. I also want to thank DARE and Behind the Walls and all the advocates for your work on this legislation. The timing of this couldn't be more perfect and significant with us going into Holy Week and Passover, because this is all about redemption and restoration. When, as a society, will we stop punishing people for their past when they've already paid their debt to society? This is how I got into prison ministry 17 years ago. I don't go every Sunday now. I just go the second and fourth Sundays to medium as part of my duties as a deacon at the Congress Street Baptist Church. But a young man years ago stopped me on the street and he said, Mr. Metz, he might have been a former student, he said, I serve my time. I want to work and support my family. But every time I go for a job, you talk about bandit-box, if I put on the application that I have a record, they don't hire me, and if I lie about it, they find out they fire me. So that's how I got into prison ministry. And I want to say that we're making progress in this area. We're moving a lot less from the punishment to having more compassion. And the reason why I say that, DARE and other advocates, we passed the right to vote. So people that get out of jail, they can vote now. We did the court fines bill. They were locking up people that were indigent. How am I going to pay my fine if I don't have any money? So now it costs society more to lock you up than what the fines were. So we dealt with that. We have the certificate of good behavior that you can take to a job with you. And that says that you've been out of trouble, you've done X, Y, and Z, CCRI, whatever it is, some job training, and you know, other justice reforms. There have been many reforms, but there's a lot more to do. So we know that reentry is a three-legged stool. A person that has a job, a house, and supportive services if they have if they have addiction, dealing with addiction or mental health. If we put these three things in place, people can turn their lives around. That's right. And sadly, the material that Fred shared with me, there's 387 state laws that prevent people from working here in Rhode Island, probably the most in the country. And it's impossible. It's hard for me to think about if I get trained for a job in jail, then when I get up, I can't work in that area because I've been excluded. So sadly, the shackles of punishment still exist as it relates to ex-offenders who paid their debt to society and are now law-abiding citizens. So the discrimination still exists. People are being disqualified from getting a license. And this prevents them from working honest jobs to support their families. So this is the goal of H5863 and S610, is to undo the harm of our current system. And I just want to thank you all for being here today, the advocates for working so hard, and we're going to keep working hard to make society more compassionate for people trying to turn their lives around. Thank you very much.